So you like to create a beautiful thumbnail for your video, and you're wondering, how can you do that? How can you make a thumbnail that is eye-catching, that is colorful, and that tells the story of the video? If someone looks at your thumbnail, the person already has a picture of what your video is talking about. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching us how to create a thumbnail.
So what are some of the things you need to create a thumbnail? You need an image editing software. It could be Adobe Photoshop, Canva, CapCut, or any other online tool that allows you to create and edit images. You need to have a clear concept or design. Have a clear idea of what you want your thumbnail to look like and what kind of message you want it to convey. You also have to decide on the size of your thumbnail. This will depend on the platform you are going to use the thumbnail for. For example, common dimensions for YouTube thumbnails are 1280 by 720 pixels. Also, you need to gather the image, logo, or icon you want to use to create your thumbnail. Make sure they are high quality and relevant. You can get free images on Google simply by downloading them. Also, if you are going to add text to your thumbnail, choose a clear and readable font. Keep the text simple, concise, and impactful. You also need to think about colors and branding. Use colors and design elements that align with your brand or the overall theme of your video. And you also have to consider the saving option. Export your videos and save them in files that are easily accessible and suitable formats. Upload your videos in a way that optimizes it for loading speed, if it's for online use. Please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider to subscribe, like the video so that it gets out to many people, so that they know how to create thumbnails, not just any kind of thumbnail, but eye-catching thumbnails. Leave your comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think about it. Have you tried it? And please tag me if you've used this idea or this information to create your thumbnail. If this information helps you out in creating your thumbnail, your eye-catching thumbnail, please tag me so that I come and like the video or whatever you've used the thumbnail for.
So let's get into the practical aspect of it. So for this tutorial, I'm using my Android phone, and the software we are using to create this thumbnail is CapCut. So this is how CapCut looks like. What you want to do, the first thing, you need to download the CapCut application on your phone, on your mobile phone. After downloading it, you need to click on it, fill in the necessary info and all. Once you click on it, it's going to open. And this is what you see. You see new project. If you've never used it before, you are just going to see new project, and you are not going to see any existing project like old projects. You'll not see that because it's your first time using it. But if you are someone who always uses CapCut, you are going to see your old projects down. So you see new project at the top and old project at the bottom. What you want to do is to click on new project. When you click on new project, it takes you directly to your phone storage where you have your videos and your photos. So depending on what you want to use, you need to go to the photos section of it. I'm assuming that you already have your pictures downloaded. If it's a logo or an icon, I'm assuming that you already have them downloaded and stored in your phone. If you do not have, the first thing you need to do is to go to Google and download pictures. There are free pictures on Google you can download. So I already have my pictures downloaded, and all what I will need to create my thumbnail in my phone, I have it downloaded and stored in my phone. So what I do is that after clicking on the CapCut, they say add project. What I want to add, I click on the picture that I want to add on my photos. I click on the picture, the exact photo I want to use for this thumbnail. I'm going to click on it. Once you click on that picture, you have to add it. So you click on the add button. You add the picture. Once you've done that, the first thing you need to do is to go over to aspect ratio. You will see options at the bottom of the application. In your phone, you see at the bottom, you see various options. What you want to do is to scroll down and look. Just keep scrolling it and look for aspect ratio. Now, the aspect ratio is basically the size of the thumbnail, how you want the size of it. And this will depend on the platform you want to use the thumbnail for. So, if it's going to YouTube, if you are going to use the thumbnail for a YouTube video, what you want to do is to click on 16:9 because that is the standard aspect ratio for YouTube. So you want to click on 16:9. But if it's a social media thumbnail, like if it's a thumbnail you want to use for Facebook, for example, you are going to click on 1:1 because that is the standard aspect ratio for Facebook. So you need to have this at the back of your mind. The aspect ratio depends on the platform in which the thumbnail is going to be used for. So once you click on your aspect ratio, you choose 16:9 if it's for YouTube. The next thing you want to do is to go over to overlay. You scroll the options you have at the bottom of your phone. You check overlay. You click on overlay. It takes you again to your saved photos and videos. Now you choose the new photo in which you want to place on the thumbnail. The first photo you choose is basically going to serve as a background, like the background you want for the thumbnail. Now this second picture, maybe it's your personal picture, maybe it's a logo, maybe it's an icon. So this is the second picture. Now you click on overlay and you position. After clicking on overlay, you choose the picture you want to put and you position it depending on how you want it to appear on the thumbnail. You position it onto this second picture. That's just like what I'm doing. So that is it. The next thing you want to do, and please guys, you can add as many overlays as you want. You can add as many overlays. The one thing I would like to tell you is that an eye-catching thumbnail is a thumbnail that is very simple. You don't have to flood your thumbnail with so many pictures, so many complicated pictures. No, you don't have to do that. What you want to do, you want to put a picture that is simple and not so complicated. A picture that when someone sees the picture, the person already understands what is going on. So the next thing you want to do is to go to remove BG. That is if you have a picture that has a background. If you have a picture that has a background and have maybe some things in the background that you don't want them to be there, you have to go to remove BG. You scroll down and you look for remove BG. Remove BG is simply remove background. Then you can go over there and remove what you want to remove in the background of the picture, which is your overlay. So, but if it's a simple picture that does not have any background, you want anything in the background that you want to remove, there is no need clicking on remove BG like the one we have here. This is a simple picture, has nothing going on in the background, so there is no need for me to click remove BG. So the next thing you want to do is to go to add text. So you simply scroll, you look for the text, you click on the text, and you go to add text. Now you go to add text, you write what you want to see in your thumbnail. You write, maybe for example, this video, eye-catching thumbnail. I'm going to write that. Make sure the font is very visible, very readable. You want to create a font that when someone looks at it, the person already sees what is written. So for this particular tutorial, I'm choosing classic. And another thing is the style and the background. You want to add a background to the text that is not conflicting with what you have written. So the purpose of the thumbnail is to give a general picture of what your video is all about. So you want everything in your thumbnail to stand out. So you don't need to choose a background or a style that is going to be so complicated that will be fighting the other things you have going on in your thumbnail. So you want a very clear and readable font. And you also want a simple text that is concise and not complicated. You want something that is impactful. So be very mindful of that. So you are just going to choose what you feel is great for your thumbnail. The next is color and branding. So you need to color grade your thumbnail. And to do this, you can simply go to adjust. You scroll down again, you look for adjust. Some people have this in filter, but in my Android phone, I have this feature under adjust. So I go to adjust. You are going to see general brightness, color, contrast, brilliance, and all. You can use that. When you use that, it's going to apply to the entire thumbnail. Or you can go to the HSL feature and you increase specific colors in your thumbnail. The HSL feature works only for colors that are in the thumbnail. So you can go there and adjust brightness, contrast. You make it to appear attractive and eye-catching. You want to add colors to make it pop up. So you add the color, you add brightness and everything depending on the way you want your thumbnail to look like. Or better still, you can go to HSL feature and do that. Once you are done with that, the next thing will be to export what you've created. And this is done by just going to the top right hand corner of your phone and you press export. It's going to take some few seconds and it's going to export, and the next thing you press done. Once you do that, you've created your thumbnail. All what you have to do is go back to your phone's gallery or wherever it is saved in your phone. You click on it and you screenshot it and your thumbnail has been created. Thank you so much guys for staying with me till the end. I hope this video was very helpful. I know with this information that you've gathered, you are able to create an eye-catching thumbnail. So we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.